Hi guys, and welcome to The Batch Lady, where I show you how to make fast, simple homemade meals that you can make in advance, put in your freezer and use whenever you want. And I am going on a holiday in about 20 minutes, so you must think I am mad showing you this, but I've wanted to show you this for a while. And if you are holidaying in the UK, if you're going to, I don't know, go to a caravan up north, or you're going down south, or I am actually going down south in 20 minutes to Suffolk, and I'm going with some other families, some other mums and the kids, and all the dads are staying at home because they're working. And I want to show you what I do to prep for going, okay? What I basically do is have a look in my freezer and see what I've got that I've already meal prepped but maybe not used, okay? So I've batch cooked, I've put it in the freezer, but I've maybe not used it. I've got a big deep freeze outside. So I went out and basically I've said for 1, 2, 3, 4 of the nights I would supply the dinner, and that's me done. Everybody else gets to do their other bit. We've gone online to Tesco and we've decided what we're having for breakfast, lunches and the extra bits for dinner, and they are all arriving when we arrive down there, okay? So we are going to be, I think, 14 altogether, okay? Kids and adults, there's about 14 of us. So I am cooking for 14 kids. Now, if I didn't batch cook, I would be thinking, why am I going on this holiday? Because it's just going to be hard work. But I've already done it, and this is a beauty that you can do. If you're staying in the UK, you can take frozen food with you. It's not a palaver. If you've made it like this, then it's already like your ice pack, okay? So it's already sort of frozen. And also, even if I'm going 8.5 hours, even if it defrosts slightly on the way down, we're going to be eating it in the next few nights. So it can defrost and wait. And what I generally do is work out what we're eating based on what defrosted first and probably needs used first. So if some chicken has defrosted, then we'll have chicken that night. And that's how it sort of works. So I want to explain to you how I go about feeding 13 people. Well, I always make for 4 people, okay? So if I've got 3 bags, then that's great. So for instance, this is Goan chicken curry. So this was a Goan one that I did, and this one is a spinach and chicken curry. And I've got another one here for a spinach and chicken curry. So we've already ordered the naan breads, we've got the rice down there. I am just going to serve this in 2 different dishes on the table, so you can have a bit of each curry basically. So that's a really good way. You don't need 13 of the same thing, and I'm doing that with quite a lot. So chicken curry one night. Other night we are going, I've got 2 portions of 4 of chili, and I've got 2 portions, this one serves 2, this one serves 6 of spaghetti bolognese. So I figure the kids will eat the spaghetti bolognese and probably the adults will eat the chili. So I'm going to take both of them down as well. Okay, so I'm going to pack them up. I have got all little bags of when we make fajitas for fajita mixes. So one night we're going to have fajitas and we're going to put nachos out on the table, and I've got some chicken ones and some beef ones, and I've just taken all the bags out, okay? So they're ready to go. That's an easy tea. Serve it with some wraps, lots of salad, and big plate of hot nachos in the middle, delicious. I'm taking 1 extra dish, which is a bacon and chorizo pasta sauce that may get used for a supper or may actually be used on a rainy day if it's lunch and we just feed the kids that. If we then go out for something to eat, at least we've fed the kids and it's going to save us some money. Now, I also have other one that I'm taking. You might think this is weird for a summer holiday because I'm taking stew down, beef stew. I made this in the winter and I made about 7 portions of it and we didn't eat it, okay? So I'm going to take it down. I've got some mashed potatoes already frozen here as well, and I'm going to zhuzh it up. I'm not going to call it beef stew, I'm going to call it goulash, and I'm going to serve it with some nice jasmine rice, and I'm going to put some stuff through the beef stew. I'm not sure quite what I'm going to put through, but I'm going to put some stuff through it, so I zhuzh it up basically. But the good thing is the base is already there, okay? It's been slow cooked in the bottom of the aga forever and ever. It's going to fall apart and be delicious, so I can just make it summery by adding a few other bits and bobs into it and make it like a sort of Turkish goulash. So what I want to show you is you will need, for going, if you're traveling on your holidays in the car, 1 of these. This one is an M&S one, you can use whatever one you want. You want an old towel and put it in the bottom, and you basically want to pack in your bags as tight as possible. That's going to keep them frozen for so much longer. And the thing is, because they're flat like this, then they just stack in like library books. Now, if you imagine how much room in the car you would need if you were feeding how many did I say there was? 12 or 13 of us, and I'm feeding 5 meals, because I've got my extra one, then you would take up so much room. Where instead, I've got my Tesco delivery coming, and I'm going to package this all in, and I'm going to let you see this if I can. Okay, so packaging it all in as tight as possible. You could make sure your bag doesn't leak, whatever you do, because this could start to defrost and you could get that watery sort of defrosted liquid out the bottom of it. I've already checked this one. I poured some water in it, left it on the counter, poured some water inside it, and nothing came out. So I think we're good to go. But you can, if you want, line it in an extra sort of bin bag liner if you want. Right, I've managed to get all of that in there. Can you see that? Okay, now I've also got a side of smoked salmon that we're going to take down. That'll just defrost on the journey as we go, and I'm going to wrap it where it will be absolutely fine by the time we get there. Remember, all this stuff will stay cold because it's already frozen. So I'm actually going to put the little fajitas on top so that I can fit in all the stew. And there is one bag. Here's all my extra bits. There is one bag almost full. I'm just going to add my mashed potatoes. I bought this mashed potatoes to do a video on something. I didn't use it and I put it on the freezer, and I thought, when am I ever going to use it? Well, this week I am. I don't know quite how, but I'm going to use it. So the tighter in this bag is packed, the better, because it's like one big freezer then, okay? So let's just see if we can seal it up. And tonight, I am going on my holidays with one bag full of 5 meals, getting a Tesco delivery for all the other bits and bobs, and that's all I'm taking. So I'm going to have a great holiday. Let me know what you think. Would you do this if you're going on holiday? Does it sound like a fab idea? Let me know. There's going to be plenty of pub lunches and eating out as well, but at least I know I'm not spending a fortune going out every single night, especially with 13 people. Okay, thanks for watching. Happy holidays. Bye!